You don't want to do it? Well, then I would have to say that you have absolutely no fucking leverage because I am the Homelander. And I really can do whatever the fuck I want. Yeah. Ooh, just tell me. I'll fucking suck your dick, please.
All right, what we gonna play, gamer?
It's a game called Hello Neighbor. Walk in his house, get to the basement, but watch out, the gooch is waiting.
I just gotta open the door, be sneaky. I see a key card, geez, how easy. Oh, wait, what?
The decent finale doesn't make up for a bad season. I was planning on making 5-minute videos that would span over every episode of The Boys, but after halfway through, I just decided
This show's fucking shit.
The Boys season 5 finally finished, and to be fair, it did stick the landing, but it doesn't mean that the plane was insanely shaky. And alongside that, I mean, it barely stuck the landing. It was a few inches away from hitting the second tower. Probably because they had no idea what to do this season. Season 1 set up The Boys to be a 3-season show. It ended on a cliffhanger, with Becca still being alive, and Ryan now being in. Butcher is still alive, he's thrown in prison. Well, you know, it would be smart if he was thrown in prison. By the season 3 finale, it was clear that the show is clearly trying to stretch out 5 seasons. There was no reason for Queen Maeve to survive, there was no point for putting Soldier Boy back in ice, and don't even get me started with Homelander. It's clear that they were trying to stretch out 5 seasons, and that's why barely anything happens in season 4. Well, at least until the 6th episode, and that's not for a good reason.
Mistress! Now bite your dick off and cook it!
Season 5 starts off with the Flight 37 video getting leaked. You know, the one that Homelander said himself he'll kill everyone if it gets leaked, and they were using it as blackmail to kind of keep Homelander at bay.
Remind you of the Flight 37 video?
Go ahead. Release it. I mean, sure, I'll lose everything, but then I'll have nothing to lose. And then, well, I think then I'll just wipe New York off the fucking map.
Yeah, that video gets leaked, only for 20 minutes later, it doesn't matter. It's rushed up as AI, and it is never mentioned again in the entire season.
Every fucking one of you!
A few moments later.
This was an AI-generated disinformation campaign.
So you mean to tell me that a big incident that happened in season 1 was the main reason Homelander didn't kill Ryan and Butcher in season 2? The big thing Homelander said in season 3, that if you do, I will kill everyone and everything, didn't mean anything. That Flight 37 video was the one thing preventing Butcher and Ryan from dying in season 2, mind you.
Now let them go.
And if I don't?
Don't die with them.
Let them go. You're gonna stop hunting Starlight. You're gonna leave me and Elena alone. Or I release this.
Butcher kills Newman and leaves with the virus in season 4, causing the rest of the boys to be thrown in freedom camps, where they're supposedly being tortured for a year, and then just regroups with the gang in the first episode.
We will make America strong again. Proud again.
Holy shit.
And this is what you would want.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
Fuck was that?
I'm sorry, man.
You promised these children Krabby the
The show will constantly make fun of Marvel in its different phases, such as the Vought Expo and its different side projects, you know? I mean, it's all thrown out the window when you need a Prime subscription to fucking watch the show. Season 5 has fallen victim to the trend called the backdoor pilot. Showrunners must have been watching the Squid Game Season 3 finale, took a couple of notes, and just decided to amplify that up to 1,000, because I hear the names of V1 and Bombsight more than some of the main characters in this season. I have heard Bombsight more than I've heard people say Ryan. Who the fuck fuck is Bonsai? And starting off with V1, the thought that there's only 4 people in the entire world to have had V1 we don't care about anymore. Episodes 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 all mention characters that either A, we don't care about anymore, that being Stormfront, or B, people we have never heard of before that are only being mentioned because of Soldier Boy. I don't give a fuck about Thor Rising.
Because we want to help. What good's all that power, Marie, if you can't control it?
Yeah, they are so honest. Pain doesn't show up for 4.5 episodes. Final season, mind you. Starlight needs 5 different pep talks on why she shouldn't give up. And Marie gets glazed to oblivion how she's the second Project Odessa and she has Homelander potential, only to be the first character I've genuinely seen in TV history get nerfed audibly.
Because we want to help. What good's all that power, Marie, if you can't control it?
Starlight is more annoying than Kimiko this season. Starlight needs to have 5 different pep talks about why she shouldn't give up and still have hope, which is insane because she had an entire arc last season about having an identity crisis which resulted in her losing her powers and not being able to control them. That's what the whole shapeshifter was for. And then at the end of season 4, she figures out how to control her powers and she can now fly. Same girl who was able to take off in seconds, couldn't react in time and almost lost her own father.
Stop! You know what this is?
This is the same girl who almost lost hand-in-hand combat to Dognote though. They had 3 amazing seasons. At the ending of season 3, they started the decline for the boys in my opinion. What was originally a parody of itself ended up becoming itself. It had poor promoting spin-offs, which led to their final season just being a backdoor pilot of another show that's under the same IP. Characters were either nerfed or buffed depending on what needed to happen for the plot to progress. Don't even get me started with Black Noir. Storylines felt rushed and incomplete for the sole purpose of just promoting more shows, and other stories that people were invested in didn't even matter in the end. And even though the boys finale did stick the landing, it doesn't excuse the takeoff, and it doesn't excuse the rough turbulence that it had throughout its entire run. This season, genuinely, probably a 4 out of 10, and I'm being nice. This season genuinely felt like a slog, and it shows that because the penultimate episode for the boys is the lowest rating of the entire show. That alone to show how tired people are.